Hey, welcome back again to Tuesday Night Live, 8 p.m. Central Time. My name is Jay. I'm the car hauling dispatcher, and you are watching Auto Transport Intel on YouTube. Only on YouTube. Talking about car haulers, load boards, ELD, and tonight, Central Dispatch. And there's me. So, yeah. We are going to talk about Central Dispatch tonight. There's definitely a lot to talk about. And let me turn that off. I've been talking about it on Facebook. I was enjoying my Thanksgiving time off, just like hopefully most of y'all were. And then I started to see this notice about Central Dispatch. And it really, really made me angry. So I've kind of been talking about it since. I've been on a rant about it. That was about 4 or 5 days ago. And we are live. Let's see here. It is 8:01 p.m. on Tuesday, November 28th. And before I get into Central Dispatch, I want to thank you all for joining me on another Tuesday night. This is my 9th live show in a row. And I'm really proud of that. I hope to just keep on going, and I think I will because there is so much to talk about. And I got a live chat happening over here. Hey, what's up, Dave? First one in the live chat tonight. So if you see me look off the screen, I'm reading the live chats. The live chat is a big part of this show, so please do join and say, contribute to the topic, talk amongst yourselves. I know there's going to be some new car haulers joining us, as well as veteran car haulers. And I don't have to tell you that, you see it in the Facebook groups. It's neat to see drivers and companies get added to the Facebook groups, and then they ask a question and other car haulers respond, and then, it's great. So that's actually a big part of the show, is folks, again, in the chat, talking to each other, helping each other, and asking questions, because I've got a lot of questions tonight about Central Dispatch, and I don't expect any of them to really get answered. Hey, what's up, Fearless? Welcome back to another episode of Car Hauling Dispatcher. And so I am going to talk about Central Dispatch. That's going to be a big part of the show. Before I do, I just want to, thank you guys for, here, let me minimize my window. I am this switcher. Saw this on Facebook. That's right. There should be a single parking spot for car carriers. Something dedicated just for car carriers. Because it seems like everybody's forgetting about car haulers. And when I say everybody, I mean the government. I mean the mandate. I mean... I hear freight truckers give an opinion, and that's awesome. That's really important, and it's specific to freight. But car hauling is not as straightforward as freight, which isn't straightforward. Even a freight hauler has to wait on a shipper too long, which is going to mess up the whole ELD expectation program. But in car hauling, there's so many more wild cards. Anyways. Yeah, I'm on a soapbox. I'm irritated. Why am I irritated? Alright, so there it is. It's Thanksgiving, and I see this pop up on Facebook. Now, I'm not a car hauler, so I don't get Central Dispatch's emails. Alright? There we go. Central Dispatch. That's going to be important. So Central Dispatch, I guess, has sent this email. My camera looks a little fuzzy. Yeah, it's crazy. I had, some camera problems, and I got to get a replacement camera. So, yeah, that's too bad. So I will do that. Maybe for Christmas, maybe I'll pass around the Central Dispatch cup. Since we're going to pass this round and try and collect some money, maybe I'll pass around a new cup for a new camera, because I need a camera. Much more than Central Dispatch needs to raise your rates $11 a month. I know it's only $11, but let's read the communication. New pricing effective January 1st, 2018. What's up, the one and only? First time to the show, I think. All right. Thank you for being a Central Dispatch client and for your continued feedback. And then it runs off the page, which I think is great. I mean, that's just my copy. How can we improve our products? No, how we can improve our products and services to reflect the industry, best practices, yada yada. Always striving to provide the most reliable and robust digital marketplace, blah blah. Industry last year, Central Dispatch served up more than 5 million vehicles. Nobody cares. Except we do. Approximate transport value of $3 billion, unmatched anywhere in the industry. Okay, sounds like awesome news. But not for you. To continue to bring more business while enhancing the user experience, blah blah, on subscriber feedback, which, I mean, that sounds irrelevant. We are adjusting the price of your membership from $104.95 to $115.95 a month. Run Buggy doesn't charge a rate. Exactly. We're going to look at that too. We're going to compare 100 and let's just round it off. 115, 116. Do I hear 117? So $116 a month, and this is the minimum base package, by the way. You can pay more, and you can get notifications. Shoot, you could probably get that up to $200 a month if you try. $116 a month for a 3-car wedge, basic owner-operator. Awesome, man. Yeah. I want to see some more comments happening on Facebook, too, because Facebook has been... If it wasn't for Facebook, I don't even know if we would know this as a community. Because there isn't much of, there's some community, but there's nothing as organized as Central Dispatch, which, I mean, are we talking about armchair quarterbacks? So, I'm mad. So I came up with a little cheat code, all right? Here's the Central Dispatch information, by the way. That is their address. And if you call the number... Now, I know they're not at work, because why would you be at work? You clearly don't have the money to pay for 24-hour support. I called over Thanksgiving, and...
Calling Central Dispatch. You have reached us after business hours. We are available Monday through Friday from 5 a.m. to 5 p.m. Pacific Time, and Central Dispatch billing is available 5 a.m. to 4 p.m. Pacific Time, except holidays. To make a payment, go to the My Billing tab on your account.
Mike from East West.
Billing, call back during business hours or email.
What's up, Mike?
Billing@dealertrack.com for billing inquiries. You may remain on the line to leave a message.
Oh,
Dispatch members can access.
You can leave a message. Okay, over Thanksgiving, it just said, "Thanks for calling DealerTrack." Click. Something like that. Come on, man. I could call... Do you know that you can call KeepTruckin right now and talk to support? Now, I know it's only 6 o'clock in California, but at the end of the show, I think we're going to call KeepTruckin. Because KeepTruckin, which is only $20 a month for a base package, you can call them 24/7. Now, they're younger than Central Dispatch. They are an ELD provider, and they got 24-hour support already. But not Central Dispatch. So these are the numbers. Yeah, let's get out our little calculator just to make sure we're right, which we are. Try and give this a try and see what's what. Hey, that's cool. Ahmad, what's happening? Thanks for joining me. All right. Same as Omnitrax. You know what? Omnitrax, to me, looks a little expensive. And I pulled that up. All right, I'm going to try and stay on track. We may come back to... I don't want to bore anybody. If anybody's bored, go ahead and chat it. Say, Jay, I'm tired of talking about Central Dispatch. I don't know why you would be, though. And I do have... Because there's a lot to say. In fact, there's a lot of special language that you might want to use when you talk about them. So if you do use any of this special language, I'll go ahead and translate that into a nicer word, as probably Central Dispatch would do on their next email to you. instead of saying they're going to raise the rate, they're going to adjust the rate. You know, it's nice language. 10,500 carriers paying $116 a month equals $1.2 million a month. That is a real number. Times 12 months. So next year, CentralDispatch, just off of carriers, will rack up over $14 million in revenue. Please let me know if my math is wrong. Hey, Days of Bliss, what it is. They are agreed, but I went through a few ELD companies and not one can come near as Omnitrax. Really interesting. Wrong math. Really? All right, let's try that again. 10,500 carriers. Not all carriers pay the same. Yes, but the base price, and this is why we're talking about it, right? To make sure we have it correct. The base price, let's go to, I think if we go to, let's see here. Okay, if you go to their main page and you go to carriers and you go to, where is it here? There's an area that will tell you how much it costs. And it says the base price is $105.95. And what's interesting too now, is it for me? Is that the spot? Is that they also have an interesting statistic. If you go to Cox Auto Inc., right? Because Cox Auto Inc. owns CentralDispatch. It's not CentralDispatch. It is Cox Auto Inc., right? And Cox Auto Inc. owns 20 plus companies. So this is no small operation. I mean, I would be surprised if anybody from CentralDispatch ever even watches this video. I don't think anybody's going to care. And it doesn't matter. Which is also why, I mean, I'm going to talk about it. We're going to move on. Because we're going to move on in life. We're going to plug in our LED. We're going to start paying more for a load board. And we're just going to keep driving and nobody cares, right? There's no, you know, there's no... There's no pot of gold at the end of the rainbow, except for some of us that have our own clients, don't need the load board, and you know, have found a way to just make an ELD a part of our lives. But if you go to, okay, 10.5 thousand subscribers, so I'm right on that. I mean, that's where that number comes from, 10,500. And if the base price is going to be $116 a month, you are at $1.2 million a month. I know a few folks who were just raised to 105 and we're paying, okay. All right, so knock off 100,000. Let's go ahead and use this new, okay, raise to 105. Oh, okay. So we're going to be down 100,000. 105 times 10,500. You're right, my bad. 1.1 million a month times 12 months. All right, so we only make 13 million next year on carriers. Dang, we need to raise that. I don't know, man. I mean, here's what bugs me too is if you look at Cox Auto, and you go to their learning center, to learn more about Cox Auto. And what they're talking about is it's dealer stuff. Dealer. Clearly this is a dealer-centric conglomerate. Dealer Track, Dealer.com, Auto Trader, Deal Shield. So it looks like they're more interested in the dealer side. And that makes sense. I mean, that's where the money is as far as if you're a business, that's where you could, I mean, but clearly this whole siphoning off the trucker stuff is making a pretty penny too. But the brokers only pay about $60 a month. Let's go back to the homepage. After your trial, plans start as low as $59.95 per month for shippers and brokers. So brokers are paying half what a carrier pays to access what seems to be, let's go ahead and do a search. Let's say we're searching for cars. Here's the route I was searching today, Georgia to Maryland. I pay $154 a month. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Yeah, I'm pretty sure there's plenty of carriers that are over this average. So you're still at your comfortable, I don't know, multi-million. Was that 14 million? So for 116 a month, I basically get the interface of, well, I don't know, an Atari? Kind of looks like that to me. I'm going to other sites. I'm looking at other technologies. Truckers Report's kind of basic. Really? Doesn't it look a little older? Even Ready Auto, although I don't know. I think the Ready Auto search is a little lighter on as far as appeal. Let's go ahead and do the same search. And then I'm going to get off this kick, and then I may come back to it. But I'm pretty sure I'm speaking for many carriers right now that are a little more than frustrated with another increase in rate for a product that doesn't seem to really improve. You know, talk about a dashboard. Oh my gosh, forget about it. This is not a dashboard. There might be buckets here that I can move things around in buckets, but it's primitive. I mean, I can't really do anything with this information. I still got to make phone calls. It's not like I can do everything digitally. So where's the app? Where's the real dashboard? Where's the TMS? Why are we paying $116 a month? I had someone say to me, "Hey man, let's make our own load board. Let's do it. What's it take? You ship. It's free." So let's see. Ready Auto, free. Cars Arrive, free. You Ship, which has been around a long time. That's totally free. Pretty sure. eBay's free. Amazon's free. Why is a list of cars $116 a month? I really need somebody to explain that to me. Because for $116 a month, I still just get a list. It doesn't do anything for me. It doesn't generate any income for me. It doesn't make my dispatching life easier. Other than, you're right, you've taken all the phone books and put them in a digital display. Okay? All right, let's move on. Anybody want me to move on off of Central? Brokers, $94.95 for 30 postings. Well, so they did a good job of faking me out too. It seems like, and everything costs something. Notifications cost. Yeah, I mean, you've got your basic plan, and I'm sure from there you can spend plenty of money. How much money do they really make a year? Really? And they're not going to improve the product. I know there's a new look. Yeah, we painted the car, so that's really great. Oh my gosh. We cannot mention Metrogistics interface. Oh, isn't that the truth? I thought they had an app. I was really under that impression. Now, again, I'm not a driver. I'm not picking up cars. I'm not delivering cars. What I do is I book cars for carriers, and then I try and help other dispatchers do a better job of looking for the best loads, how to talk to brokers, things like that. But I'm not the one actually on the app doing the inspection. I thought Metrogistics had an app. I guess they don't. Is that right? They don't have... They just have... It's an interface. It's a glorified interface. So, yeah, at least make an app. I mean, I don't even want to pull up United Road. Don't get me started. That if this is the Atari, then that is the... I don't know what the name of the company was that made Pong. But, man, we got to go way back to dig into the software generation upon which auto loads exists. So, okay. Anybody have a topic? Please give me a topic. Try to redirect me off of this. I'm so irritated by it. I dispatched 82 trucks now. Dang. 82 trucks. I'd love to interview you, man. We should do that. We should do that sometime. I'm a little backed up on... I did a great interview with Carshipio, Stan. It was great. Great stuff. And I still need to edit that and publish it, so I'm behind on that. So I've been working on a few projects, and one of them, actually, which I'm really proud of, is the 20 steps to start car hauling. You can go to... I know some of you guys have seen me posting this on the Facebook threads. If you go to autotransportintel.com, that's my blog, and you click on Auto Transport Business Startup, I have posted a blog with 20 steps. It's divided into 2 blog posts for size. Steps 1 through 10 and steps 11 through 20. And you can go in here and get advice on how to start your car hauling business. And in fact, do me a favor, if you would, when you do your Amazon shopping for Christmas, if you'd be so kind as to just click on any of my Amazon ads, and anything you buy on Amazon by clicking through my ad, I can get some portion of a commission or something, and anything I get, I'm going to put back into this channel, as I'm already doing all the time, for sure. So I'm going to take this moment again for, I appreciate you tuning in, jumping in the live chat. I appreciate every like I get on every video, every subscription I get, comments, shares, and, I respond to the comments. I'll respond to your email. You can send me an email. In fact, you can send me one. You can send me an email right now, and I would, if I can't respond to it, I would at least talk about it. And we also have A to Z Auto. As a domain name? That's interesting. Cool, and there are conversations going on. Ron P. Okay. Tell me more, Ron. I might already know some about it, but I'm interested in any company in the space. Absolutely. Nothing's off the table, because I'm not affiliated with any company, product, software in any way, which I think is one of the reasons why I can take pot shots if need be. I'd rather talk about enthusiasm, although the other thing I'm irritated with is ELDs, because I don't think... I've been watching these, you see these boring videos posted of, like, people sitting around a conference room table for an hour, or a webinar, which is, some of those webinars are painful to try and watch. Not that this is the greatest. It's not. I realize that. But I am trying to at least communicate to you rather than just shotgun information all over the place. And I watch these things, and man, I can't believe some of the answers, some of the things that are said during these panels. Like, there are people that actually believe that ELD is like the end-all, be-all answer. I think they actually believe it. I'm profiling, though, thinking, as a middle manager at a large freight company, you never step outside, you never see a truck, you never talk to a truck driver, you didn't create the company, you get your check, you go home, you celebrate the holidays, you look for your day off, you clock in, you clock out. You love ELD. I get that. That makes total sense. But I can't stand to see you on a panel talking about how great this thing is for truckers. It's totally not true. It's a total... I'm not going to say you're lying, because you don't know. I mean, I had a driver yesterday miss a delivery by 20 minutes because they insist on closing early. I mean, it's not even 9. They're not even open 8 to 5. They're not even open 9 to 5. They close at 4. So the driver couldn't deliver. That, with an ELD, totally throws off. My God, on a Monday, the rest of your week is a catch-up game, but you've got the ELD stopping you. I'm sure if you're so stressed that to somehow catch up and get home or whatever is stressing you out, which is probably one of a million things, whether your tire's going to blow out, whether there's going to be a parking spot at the truck stop, whether that broker's actually going to pay you within the 10 days because your water gets shut off on the 11th day, whatever it is that is setting you off on the road. And here you are, you got your stupid ELD telling you got to take a break. It's crazy. Oh, man. And that is why I really, really, I want to get through some of these projects. And I'm sitting here on my blog page. I want to get through some of these projects so that I can start working on. I really want to make an ELD show of just how insane it is to live by ELD. It's absolutely crazy. Oh, by the way, all right, I crossed. I had 698 subscribers when I started the show tonight, and in the last half hour, I'm at 701. That is really cool. So thank you. I really appreciate everybody tuning in, participating, subscribing, and feel free to tell me what you want me to talk about next. Because if you don't tell me, then I'm going to talk about the dreaded ELD. What do we got here? Let's just go back to filtration at its finest. That is pretty funny, man. Shame me all you want, Jay, but to shame me all you want, but to us, ELD is a benefit because you're a larger company, right? If you have 82 trucks, you're now in the group that benefits. But the question is, what percent of, if you look at the number of companies, let's do that. Let's create a pie chart of companies. What percentage of companies are individual owner-operators? And let's just talk about auto transport. I bet you 5% of the pie is, well, actually, I think the answer is, I think it's 20% of the pie is fleets. And 80% of the pie is owner-operators. And even in the 20% of the pie that is fleets, small fleets is probably 80% of that. So the number of companies that actually benefit from ELD, it's not that many. And let's not kid ourselves that somehow this device that tells you when to stop and go and all this stuff, regardless of reality, that's somehow going to keep our world safer, that's imaginary. And we also know this because there are plenty of groups advocating safety in one way or another, and we're all starting to realize, my gosh, that is ridiculous. That is ridiculous. That's not even reality. So we are, I guess maybe that's the thing, is we know we're going to be living in the Matrix. And since the Matrix isn't reality, let's go ahead and start making it happen. I mean, we have to do it eventually because we have to have everybody as part of this electronic system. Do I need a tinfoil hat? Probably. All right. The ones I dispatch are all owner-operators. Owner-operators don't... I have not heard an owner-operator yet that likes ELD. Why would an owner-operator need a secretary that's not looking at the road? Because that's what ELD is not considering reality. That would be cool. How about an ELD that allows and understands traffic patterns and shippers with ridiculous hours and customers that don't show up or answer their phone? Now that would be a heck of an ELD. Actually, that might benefit owner-operators. Look, if you want to make the money, consider a team. Yeah. We own 3 of our own trucks. The rest are all owner-operators. My My HOS are up. Time for a break. Exactly. So, yeah, I've been talking for 30 minutes. It's time for a break. So, yeah. Maybe that's how it starts, Dave. You're right, man. Whew. I've really been working hard. I need a break. You'll just have to wait. Sorry. I just have to wait till my ELD runs out. Hold on. Boy, the traffic patterns look really good right now. I wish I could drive. I'm sure as soon as my ELD break is up, then somebody will probably pull in front of me, and then I'll really wish I had an ELD break. Jay, we need to talk. Well, but I'm on break right now. You have to wait. Just wait. Maybe an ELD could play rock music while you're on break. Like, that's how you know, rather than some alarm like, you know, your favorite 80s metal kicks in. And you just listen to Pantera for 30 minutes. Sounds relaxing. So anyways, welcome to Auto Transport Intel, but I'm on ELD break, so it's not my job, man. I'm on break. You just have to wait. You guys have to wait. Oh, I have 20 live watchers. Well, all 20 of you, you just have to wait. I got my ELD break going. That's right. ELD, baby. Making the world safer. That's right. I won't hit anybody because I won't be tired. That's right. I know. Well, I don't know what's best, but my device does. ELD making the world safer. ELD making the world safer. That's right. I'm on break. Thanks for tuning in, but I'm on my ELD break, and I got at least 3 more minutes. So I'm not going anywhere. I'm not doing anything. ELD making the world safer. Yeah, this is ridiculous, man. Okay, I'm turning that off. I'm tired of my ELD break. No, I could do that, but you can't. You got 27 more minutes of sitting there. You know how long a half hour is of just sitting there? Yeah, you do. And if you don't, you're going to find out in, let's see here, 19 days. 19 more days of freedom, ladies and gentlemen. And in 19 days, you will have a little computer telling you what to do. Now, I'm still on break, so I really can't talk about it. I have to find something to do. Honestly, you killed your joke a few ago. Well, Mike, I appreciate the live chat participation. And don't be sorry, man, because you know what? Sometimes we try stuff and we fail. Sometimes we fail miserably. I know because I watch a lot of YouTube videos. And one of the things that I don't understand is like 5 live videos a day stuff. I can't tune in that much. Natural disaster, some state out there needs supply, but I'm on ELD break. See, Fearless gets it. See, Mike? Fearless gets it. Mike? Rushing will cause more accidents. I think to rush with ELD. Yeah, absolutely, man. Parking lots. So here's what you do, Cox Auto. Buy up all the truck stops. There you go. This is awesome. I love this. Shoot, I can't believe I just told you guys, because I should pitch it to them. I should hit the contact button, call Cox Automotive, say, listen, I got this great idea of how we can make tons of money off of carriers. It's way better than the CentralDispatch milking idea. What we do is we buy up all the truck stops. We buy up Flying J, TA, come on, help me guys. Flying J, TA, Loves. There's got to be, I know there's a couple big ones we can get. We'll buy up like the 5 biggest truck stops, right? And then we'll figure out how to rig it so, like, parking spots are $20 an hour. This is genius. And what we'll do is we'll analyze all the data of when truckers are racing for parking spots. So then what we'll do is we'll charge $1 an hour for a parking spot in off-peak hours when they're driving. Hey, we're the good guys. It's free from like 8 to 5. Free showers, free parking, major discounts on food. But those times when we know drivers are racing to their parking spots, it's $20 an hour for the spot. The showers are $10 for 10 minutes. We'll just round it off, make it easy to memorize. This is brilliant. Pilot, absolutely. Petro, Loves, Pilot, Flying J, TA. We'll just take over all the truck stops. And then let's find a way. What we'll do is we'll fill the truck stops with TVs, and it'll be all dealer shows. So the truckers will feel like we actually care about them because we're giving them dealer television. Oh my God, dealertelevision.com. Don't give them any ideas. TA charges already for parking. How much is parking, by the way? See, I'm not a driver, but I do understand. Somewhat. We should go on strike. You know, strikes don't work. No, we should not go on strike. No, we should not. Somebody I was talking to, Ziggy. Ziggy was talking about, Ziggy from Auto Transport Everything. Was talking about how, getting organized, and we agree. I mean, strikes don't work. It sounds, maybe that worked 50 years ago when people gave a hoot, or, you could, beat up scabs and stuff. I don't think that works today. 15 overnight? Shoot, man. Let's call Cock Soda. That should be 15 an hour. All right. Uber for parking. ELD break every week. Uber for parking. Hopefully, the whole Uberness of commodities like Airbnb and Uber, if we can find ways to put the revenue generation back in the pockets of actual people rather than the fat cats, I think that that's like a possible good future, whereas ELD is a possible bad future. Now, Airbnb, Uber, ELD. Well, I guess if you can't get people to just like it, then we'll just cram it down their throats, which is obviously happening. And it's unfortunate to see like the OOIDA had, it seems like virtual no success, even with lawyers in court. They just brushed them off. I don't think they were really taken seriously. My driver paid last night, and he's upset about it. That's why I made my cheat sheet, by the way. Not just to be cute, although I have to admit, that's a pretty cute cheat sheet. But I got to keep this, what's the term? Where they replay your videos. If you have too many cuss words, then you have a new problem. And YouTube will, take a look at your channel, maybe give you a censorship strike. So if I clean up a word that you put in live chat, it's not that I have a problem. I'm just trying to, I'm just trying to pay the bills too, right? And isn't that essentially what we're doing in trucking, is that this is a job. We don't need other ways to have somebody reaching into our wallet, right? $11. It only went up $11 a month, okay? I'm going to go ahead and rant for another second. It only went up $11 a month. All right, fine. Only $11 a month. I only have a 5 on me, okay? So then I got to reach into the kitty. All right, now here I am. I'm digging in the coins and the ones. And then I got to do that every month. And, another tire's blown out. And now the DOT's reaching in my pocket. Don't tell me it's only $11 a month, right? because that is not really what it is. And who's to say it's not going to be another $11 in 2019 and another $11 in 2013, 2020, whatever year comes next. Honestly, as one of the last industries to get regulated, as they're bringing in actual truckers or just flying by night, makes these laws. As one of the last industries to get regulated, I mean, it's an interesting point. There is a lot of, in fact, I think that's probably one of the things that makes it a little crazy, is that it is a rather Wild West industry. I mean, car hauling, you know, so you cough up your 116 and you get the load board and then you call a broker. Anything can happen. I mean, it could be a corporate situation. It could be somebody fumbling around on their first load. You know, you never know. And these brokers seem to change their names all the time. I mean, right? Isn't it frustrating? So it's not like, I mean, yeah, for $116, it's not like it's really regulated. It's not. It's the Wild West. So are they bringing in actual truckers or just flying by night to make these laws? Yeah, who does make FMCSA laws? I know there's been some people have looked into that. And I mean, you know, now we're going to cross into politics, and I don't want to do that. Drain the swamp and all that stuff, doing a heck of a job, Brownie. I mean, who really is? Are they qualified? I'm sure some of them are, but lawmakers are overwhelmed, and then there's pork in the bill, yada, yada. I mean, it's not, I think there's enough DOT regulation with truckers. I don't think you need an ELD in every truck, and, you know, you make an edit to your personal conveyance, and I don't think that's necessary. Maybe a larger fleet should be required to have an ELD. Maybe it should be based on experience. I've seen a lot of conversation about Swift drivers. Personally, I don't know anything on the topic, but it seems like the consensus agrees that there are a lot of Swift drivers that are not so swift, by the way. Hey, is the audio loud? I'm just checking that now. 0.3. I checked it earlier, but I couldn't tell if it was loud or not. And so, which brings us to more ELD stuff. All right, so let's talk about, I called KeepTruckin today. All right, KeepTruckin looks like, to me, maybe the market leader in ELD devices. Let's see here. You know, you've got to make a choice. By the way, on this 19 days, my understanding from watching the boring webinars and panels and people talking about how great it is, that in 19 days, you have to have a device in your truck. Again, anything I say can be wrong or speculation or just misunderstanding. But from what I've seen, in 19 days, you have to have an ELD in your truck, and you have to be trying to make the right choice, to do your logs so that when you roll into a DOT station, they can at least see that you're using a device, see that you're trying to use it correctly, see that you're trying to accurately report your driving, and then, you know, it does the rest. When you drive, I mean, it's in drive mode. So apparently for the first 6 months until April, if you do get a violation, it won't be reported on your CSA score. And I recommend any of this information, you could talk to a DOT officer and verify, confirm, ask a lot of questions. And that's also another part of this. To be a DOT officer, as this compliance is happening, I wouldn't want that either. I mean, you've already got so many other considerations, just inspecting the truck and going over different types of violations, that the ELD itself, the amount of information and education these guys are going to have to go through, and then trying to troubleshoot with all the different devices. I mean, it's going to take 6 months just to get your head stuck straight. So, ELD prices, thoughts on Big Road. All right, cool. Clearly changing the topic helps. Petro, what's up, Patrick? Let's talk about prices, because I think that's another thing that in car hauling, that's really going to govern if this product makes sense. Now, KeepTruckin is interesting in that their pricing, and you can go to, these are all sites online, go check it out, keeptruckin.com/pricing, and I recommend get a free demo. Get a free demo at KeepTruckin, and you can call them, by the way, you can call their support line 24 hours a day. I told them I was going to put their phone number up here, and, wow, 855-434-ELOG. Call them right now. I think they're going to answer the phone, which is amazing. How many companies can you call right now at 8:45 and get them on the phone? Yeah, you could probably get a broker on the phone, maybe. But do you think you can get every ELD provider on the phone? I guarantee you can't get all ELD companies on the phone right now. But KeepTruckin, you got a problem? You're darn right. You have a technological problem with a new device that you don't want? You want help. You want 24/7 support. Absolutely. I know, because I've worked in support, and that's what people want, 24/7 support. So set up your free demo. Get the great support. It's $20 a month for a starter package, which includes basically what that includes. I mean, that's your basic ELD. And if you look at it, what I did was, this is pretty cool. Let me show you what I'm going to pull up here. Is if you go to, all right, if you go do a Google search, put in FMCSA registered ELDs, and then it'll take you to, and I'm going to show you, FMCSA registered ELD, okay? You do a Google search. You hit enter, all right? Takes you to this page. Go down here to registered ELDs, and you can see why I did this, because telling you to go to csa.fmcsa.gov/ELD/list, it's never going to happen. But you go here, and here's your list of registered ELDs. Now, get ready to take another ELD break, because this is a long list. Which is interesting that this many companies have gone through all the trouble that the FMCSA, I'm sure they created plenty of hurdles. I mean, you can view revoked devices. That'll be interesting. We're going to click that next. But all these companies are approved and registered with the FMCSA. Now, again, I'm assuming, because they're on this list, I can't imagine the FMCSA, and they says they don't endorse any of these. Let's get to the point. Let's go down to KeepTruckin. There's J.J. Keller. Let's go to KeepTruckin. This doesn't even seem to be in, I'm not sure what order it's in. So, search by company, Keep. There we go. All right, so if you go to KeepTruckin, you click on this plus over here, and you can now download user manuals, which I know. Why would you want the user manual? Actually, you want this one, KeepTruckin ELD User Manual. It's long and comprehensive. Going through your diagnostic ports, goes through your ELD device. First thing you want to see is, if you are looking at an ELD provider, you want to see instructions on their device. Because if they jump straight to the app, where's the hardware, man? Because you got to have hardware plugging into the truck. The ELD is two main parts. The hardware that plugs into the truck, and then the software, which is your mobile app. And the app communicates to the device plugged into the truck via Bluetooth. So without a device, why have an app? There's no need for an app without the device. All right, so it looks like not only does their device connect easily, and it has some lights on it so you know it's working, but then the app seems pretty well thought out. So I spent, let's see if I can I zoom? What I did on the phone with support today is we talked about the basics of, and I mean, you know, you guys already know this. As drivers, you know e-logs, you know your categories. But that the KeepTruckin device, you can do it by 1 minute increments. You're not stuck with 15-minute increments. And you can make edits, although it's highly inadvisable. It seems pretty comprehensive. okay? That's your basic ELD, all right, for 20 bucks a month. There's your pricing. And you can go to 30 bucks a month, ELD Plus, and with that you get the IFTA. It'll help manage your IFTA reporting, which seems like a big deal. And then you get these great fleet tools, driver scorecards, vehicle diagnostics. They don't have maintenance reporting yet, like you can't keep track of all your maintenance like you can your IFTA, but they are working on that. And geofencing, oh my god, geofencing is the best, which I'll tell you after this ELD break. If you're just tuning in, we're on an ELD break. We'll be right back. Sorry, ELD break. Gone fishing. You're killing me, Dave. Alright, well, I guess I'll just break the rules and go back to the show. Probably get a write-up, some kind of violation. Now I'm going to ruin my safety score because I'm not taking a break, but I'm not tired. And, frankly, I don't think people want me to take a break yet. I mean, the only thing that wants me to take a break is this device that doesn't understand anything about my job. Really. So, I mean, anybody can get an egg timer. Shoot, man. You're right, Mike. There are way more open loads than enclosed. In fact, I have never successfully booked an enclosed trailer for a long period of time. I found it really difficult. The only other thing that I think was about as difficult is trying to book a flatbed car hauler with cars and LTL freight. Yeah, both those things were really tough. Advertise. What should I advertise? I didn't answer your question. How do I find owner-operators? Oh, Mike is answering that. Okay, cool. Most of my owner-operators are word of mouth from one to another. And you know what's true, Mike, is I've had several owner-operators ask me if I work with them doing dispatching. And the thing is that I've dispatched for a very long time. Not in the grand scheme of, life and history and geography, but long enough for me. And I now focus on this channel and other projects. I'm a blogger. I do write. I do shoot video. And so I focus that on this channel, but I'm also looking to hopefully be a guest blogger for other companies. I'm definitely looking into that, expanding that. In fact, you might have read some of my blog posts in the past. I've got some interesting ones out there. One about CarMax, United Road deal a year ago. That was cool. I wrote a auto transport load board article a year ago. That was pretty popular. And I'm also really proud of my auto transport business startup article. So that's what I'm working on. So if I get an owner-operator that I can't take on to dispatch, I am looking for a dispatch service that I could recommend. I don't have one yet. So, Mike, if that's you, let me know. Send me an email. Give me a call. I'll call you back and we can try and figure something out. Like Craigslist social media. Yeah, man. Near impossible. I know, man. We need a product. We do, Dave. We're definitely going to make something. I mean, meaning, even if it's not an actual piece of software, I don't know. Maybe we'll make an ELD that tells me when to take a break. I think we should give, what we need to do is give FMCSA middle managers ELDs in their office. So like, coffee ELD. That just, the moment you show up to work, you've got certain number of breaks you got to take. Sorry, it's Danish time. I know you don't want a Danish, but here it is. Back to the water cooler with you. It's time to go to the supplies cabinet. And, it's ridiculous. But I think that that's what we need to do. So I'm interested in flooding everyone else's lives with ELDs too. Because I tell you what, here's what I really think. I think that truckers are almost like an experiment to see, let's see if we can, are we going to send these people to the funny farm, or will this actually work? And either way, we're good with the results. Welcome to ELD. I think that should be the program. Finder's fee en route for sure. Yeah, man, I would definitely make a deal with you, especially if you've got that many trucks, because that's one of the other problems, is that I don't want to give a car hauler with potential to a dispatcher that can't handle it, doesn't know what they're doing. And if you are a new dispatcher and you don't know what you're doing, then I'm here to help you do a better job, because I think that somebody told me, this is great. Actually, somebody told me that they are putting dispatchers out of business. And that person knows who they are. And that's hilarious. So like all secretaries too, and personal assistants, and everybody that helps manage logistics for others, are they going to be put out of business too? No. In what, 50 years? 100 years? No. Come on, man. Let's be real. It takes people to make phone calls, to, if a robot dials, we all know how we feel about robocalls. Click, right? If a robot calls a customer to tell them they're picking up their vehicle, and then the customer says, I didn't understand what you said, and the robot says, perfect, then we'll see you tomorrow. And then the customer says, wait a minute, I didn't hear what you said. And the robot says, bye. And then the customer, that's ridiculous. It takes human beings to talk to human beings. That still is the way here in 2017. And it's going to be that way for a little while longer. So I realize that we all just want to rush to the finish line and make everything electronic and clock in and clock out, and have digital pillows. And I get it. We all want that. Everybody wants that. Absolutely. We're dying for it. Plastic food, and yeah, man, for sure. But today, we still have people, and we still, a lot of people prefer to interface with other people. It's still kind of the way. So it's still a thing. Humanity still exists. And I know it's weird, but Merry Christmas. Humanity still exists. But I like wedge trailers, actually. I just said Happy Christmas, and I've had KeepTruckin's like, dude, leave us out of it. We don't want any part of your craziness. Let's go to, this is interesting, Blue Ink Tech. Blue Ink Tech seems to be a low-cost leader. If you go to, this one, ELDratings.com/reviews. And there's actually another good site, which is ELD, oh crud, I can't remember, ELD Facts. Yeah, that's another one. ELDfacts.com. You can get information and, compare, countdown. Although this one, see, to me, this one looks like, hey, we love ELD. We want life to be electronic. Whereas this one looks more like, we know you're humans, but deal with it. You're going to have to, strap on some robotics pretty soon. So I kind of prefer that take better, which is why I've got, stuff in the background. I'm like, I'm kind of like the crazy cubicle worker with stuff, and they're just dying to get off work, right? That's the look of my show. Which is fine, because we still have a lot of human beings. Robots will hate this show, actually. No robots are going to watch this show. I'm going to have 0 robo subscribers. And so if you scroll down, you can go to Blue Ink BIT ELD, and they seem to be a low-cost leader. But I tell you, at $20 a month, now this is a 3 years price, which is really interesting. Let's do that. Let's go to, here's their site. But what makes me wonder is, how much support do I get? So FMCSA registered, no monthly fee. No monthly fee. So I guess you just buy the device. BIT ELD. There's your 6-pin. There's your 9-pin. There's your OBD2 port. You got different cables. Wow. Shoot, yeah. I mean, these guys, they look like they're ready to rock. Oh, and a door sticker. So they price out, that's interesting. Here's your prices over here. So $295 for the 9-pin, interesting. $295 for the 6-pin, and then I guess you can get the ELD adapter. Okay, so then you get your 9-pin with your OBD2 connector, that's $40. So you're in for 300 something. But there's no monthly fee. Free shipping. What's your support like? That is interesting. I mean, because I know as a driver, you don't want ELD. You're being forced to take ELD, right? Man, I get on the soapbox. LOL put dispatchers out of business. Good luck. They're the lifeblood of the industry. Yeah, man. Yeah, man. But you know what? Here's what we're doing. Here's what we're going to do. We're going to take the drivers out of the trucks. We won't need drivers anymore. We're going to take the dispatchers out of the office. We won't need them anymore. And then we're going to replace brokers with vending machines. And then it'll just be a customer and a bunch of gadgets. Right? And then we'll all buy yachts. Well, me, not you. But I'll have a yacht, and you'll have a robot, and life is perfect. Awesome. You have to pay pre-pass for the app, right? So we were looking at pre-pass. Having accrued no cap, pay our drivers upon return of the trip for a low quick pay fee, of course. Interesting. I can't wait to talk to you more, Mike. It sounds like a lot of great information. I went on to the csa.fmcsa.gov/ELD/list. And I went to pre-pass, clicked on the plus sign, and I downloaded the pre-pass ELD user guide. Now, what we were looking at was, it looks like they're using, pre-pass jumps right into the app. They don't talk about hardware. And so we need to learn, what's the hardware solution? The thing is, I'm trying to find the answer to your question, David, and I can't remember. You have to pay pre-pass for the app, right? I think you do. I think there's a slight upgrade if you want the ELD app, because obviously pre-pass is all about the highway pass, right? I mean, that's their product, the pass. And to add the ELD app to your pre-pass subscription, I believe it's an extra $2 or $3 a month, which is great, but nobody has even mentioned how much it's going to cost for the ELD device and who supports it, etc. Support is going to be a huge part of whatever ELD you go with. By the way, since we're talking about free load boards, Run Buggy, you and I got this today, Dave. Run Buggy has sent a load notice. Now, how am I hearing me? I think I'm hearing my own show. And it, unless that was Dave. Was that you, Dave? Let's do that, man. Let's do this. All right. While I do the show, I'm going to go ahead and, can you hear me, Dave? You guys know Zello? Dave turned me on to Zello. It's awesome, man. So we'll see if we hear from Dave. That was you, Dave. I thought so. So, here we go. So I'll bring you closer. Ask me that question again, will you, Dave? Do me a favor. Ask me that question again, will you, Dave? In the meantime, so let's see.
Oh, yeah. Here you just fine. That pre-pass works with the Blue Link Mini.
Oh, it does. Oh, that's pretty cool. Okay. See, I agree with you, Dave. I'm talking to you through the show, which is going to mess up the audio, but I agree with you, Dave. I think that the pre-pass seems like something good to look into.
That pre-pass apps work with the Blue Link Mini.
Do me a favor,
It is the Blue Link Mini. How interesting. That's actually really interesting.
Yeah, can you hear me now?
Well, we're jumping on each other because of the delay of the show, but somehow we're successfully using Zillow. Let's see. Their ELD currently does not work in all states. Really? Are you talking about pre-pass, Mike? Or are you talking about, I'm guessing you're talking about pre-pass. I have never heard anyone mention pre-pass until Dave did today, which was, I sent out a Facebook article. You know, some of the articles that I Facebook out, I try to do at least one a day, but only one a day because there's so much going on. But, you know, it's a lot. To me, it's the stories that kind of catch my eye, whether it's ELD related.
Yeah, it works like a charm.
It does not work in all states.
The Blue Link Mini is $139, and then the app is $12.99 if you're already a pre-pass subscriber.
That's pretty cool. That is pretty cool. I appreciate that, Dave. I know the audio's a little wild there, but that is awesome info. So there you go. Pre-pass and Bluebit ELD. That's really cool, man. That's great information. And that's what we're talking about, too, is that, okay, so let's just talk about auto transport intel again for a minute, and then I am going to wrap up the show real soon. And for those of you that have been with me for a while or have come back after ELD break, I appreciate you taking the time. Please like this video. Please share it. Please comment. And if you know other car haulers, you know, go ahead and tell them to subscribe. This show happens every Tuesday night. But it doesn't happen without other car haulers and other viewers, the live chat. It's not just me on a soapbox. Although at times, I mean, some of these topics are really irritating to me, and it doesn't seem like anybody is really speaking. You know, well, there was the protest in D.C. FMCSA didn't care. So, you know, why am I wasting my breath? I don't know. But it does take a community to at least, you know, start with identifying an issue and helping each other out. If the people at the top aren't going to help the industry, at least we can help each other. So, and I'm seeing that in the Facebook groups. Man, they're awesome. And I'm looking for great things from autotransporteverything.com. You know, for years, I've gotten, you know, jot down a number of a car puller, or maybe I got the phone number direct to the guard shack at a Mannheim. Well, autotransporteverything.com is working on centralizing all of that information. Let's go there. If you haven't been there, I'm just telling you, you should go there, sign up, and there's a lot of members. So go ahead and go sign up, and then you can access the autotransporteverything.com board, and you can share information, and it's by state. So if there is you're looking for a car puller at the Mannheim, Phoenix, then you would click on Arizona, and then look for Mannheim, Phoenix, and, man, you might find the phone number of a car puller. That's awesome. I don't know of that database anywhere. I certainly know you're not going to find it with the guys that have all the money and could totally put that together. They're not going to do that. There's no need for that because there's too many other important people to discuss and work for and not take as much money from. And, you know, by the way, there's a couple other ELDs that I did want to mention before I go. Omnitrax seems like a popular solution. According to ELDratings.com, they're on the expensive side. So, you know, if you're on a, man, if it's really $1,500 for 3 years, that is expensive. I mean, $500 a year for a device that just keeps track of your e-log. By the way, BYOD. What is BYOD? It's bring your own device. So that is cool. A flexible BYOD platform. Bring your own device. So I guess that means maybe you get the buy it from Blue Ink and use the Omnitrax network backbone. I don't really know. Look at this, man. PeopleNet at $3,000 to spy on your driver. And you could probably just, like, this is great. I'm sure you could do this. You can just kind of Zello in, right? So you could be like, you know, hey, Dave, I'm watching you right now, and you drink too much soda, so let's go ahead and cut back on the soda, and ELD break now. And then you can go ahead and do that, talk to your drivers, and watch them, be like, you know, you should read that magazine, you eat too much beef jerky, yeah, man. So, cool, Mike. Man, I'm definitely looking forward to talking to you. Feel free to call me tomorrow. Although Wednesdays get a little, you know, it's the middle of the week, it's a little busy, so...
Yeah, I can't talk now. I'm on my ELD break.
But call me, Mike. I mean, send me an email and I'll call you. Or you got my email address right here, and that's the best way to contact me. So send me an email, and I think you actually did send me your phone number, so I'll make a mental note to give you a call. Guys, it is 9:12, and it really is time to wrap this up, right? Let's see what we got here. Held for review. Oh, cool. Text before you call. Okay. I know, man, because you're probably busy dispatching, booking cars and whatnot. Let's see if there was anything else in my... did I want to talk about anything else? We went over CSA. Oh, keepani.com. This is interesting. A company was showing me Keep an Eye certification tracking system for your cars, photo visualization. I don't know what this is, but I do want to learn more. It sounds interesting. It's for car hauling, and I believe the company is in Canada, which I think is why they have the French and English options. Yeah, look at that. They are in Montreal. So we had, I can't remember the first name, but we had somebody from Keep an Eye go ahead and text me in the show last time. So if you have a complimentary product, service, company, idea, anything in auto transport, I'd encourage you to check out Auto Transport Intel on a regular basis, check out my other videos, join the live chat, send me an email, because sometimes I never know what we're going to talk about. Although my two big topics, obviously, tonight were CentralDispatch and ELD. I guess I'll go ahead and not talk about CentralDispatch next week like I did this week. Although, again, the raising their rates, will somebody please let me know what we're all paying for? Because I don't get it. I don't get it. $116 a month for a list. I don't get it. Good show. Thanks, man. I appreciate it. And I appreciate learning about Zello. If you don't know what Zello is, it is this, you can find other Zello users using ZELLO, and you can talk to them like you're on a walkie-talkie. It really is amazing. So, Dave, thanks for showing me that. I didn't talk about Truckers Report, but I do recommend you go to Truckers Report, go to the Car Hauler Auto Carrier Trucking Forum, sign up, it's free, and you can talk to other truckers and get information. There's a lot of great Facebook groups out there for truckers, so go ahead and try and join some of those. Also, please, again, check out the Auto Transport Business Startup blog article that I posted if you're a new car hauler. If you're a veteran car hauler and you're already on step 20, which is getting your own customers and not eating off the load boards, putting the business back in your own hands, you may not need this. But I will say this, this right here, number 16, other load boards and more brokers, that is a pretty good list. That is the list of brokers that I regularly go to, or at least think about semi-regularly. I mean, Central Dispatch, Ready Auto, Cars Arrive, I go there every day. Metrogistics, United Road, 3 to 5 days a week. Reindeer Logistics, 1 to 2 days a week. U-Ship, I don't go there for loads, but you know what's cool? U-Ship is talking about actually making this a better place for carriers. Shippers meet carriers, carriers meet shippers. I don't know what I was reading, but in that it's right now to try and book a load on U-Ship is kind of ridiculous because that car isn't ready for 3 weeks. Well, man, I can't see in 3 weeks what exactly we're going to be doing because you're chasing the money, you're chasing the loads. But which is why my hat goes off to Montway to make a business model about getting cars off of U-Ship and then turning around and brokering them to carriers. See? And I didn't even give a qualitative statement about what I think of VIP loads. But I think you can read between the lines. And then there's another section of other carriers that are good to be signed up with. You may not use them but once a month, twice a month. But when you do, like Sandcrest, man, I mean, those could be great paying loads. You got your Naphide, outfitted stuff, JMN, that could be helpful filling in loads. Relotrans is a corporate relocation company, a lot like Reindeer. In fact, when you hear corporate relocation, listen, corporate relocation. Anybody hear that? Did anybody hear corporate relocation? Money. Corporate relocation is another way of saying money. So, just ask Reindeer. And then RPM, that's a big carrier. They got a lot of loads. Accelerated Services, I don't see as many of those loads as I used to, but I know that, if you're in the Colorado area, you definitely want to get signed up with Accelerated Services. And then Wholesale Express LLC, I believe they're in Tennessee. And that's the thing is, this, if you're a dispatcher or a car carrier that looks at Central Dispatch a lot, brokers. You know that if it's a dealer, you might talk to them one way. And if it's a salvage yard, you might talk to them a different way. In fact, my buddy Don was saying that, and I'm gonna go in a second here. Don was saying that one of the things that Central Dispatch could do, here's the tie-in for the show, of the many things they could do that they don't do, one of the things they could do is they could make it mandatory that if it's an in-op at a salvage yard, that it says Copart or it says IAA. No bones about it. I shouldn't have to say, because I'm looking at it, I see in-op and I see the city and the zip code and I'm like, I know that's Copart. And I say, hey, I'm calling about a load on Central. Yeah, I'm calling about a load on Central. Yeah, what kind of pickup location is that? I shouldn't have to do that. You know why I do that? I do that because I already know it's a Copart. I just want you to fess up that it's a Copart, right? Because if you admit that it's a Copart car, then we're halfway there to the real understanding that if I actually go pick it up, I want more money. Because when I get there, there's going to be tires and mufflers and axles and all kinds of stuff hanging from all kinds of places. And I want more money. Whereas if it's a resident living up in the hills, see, at least that I can find out on, during a phone call. But if it's an IAA origami unit, then I have to do all the hunting. Well, Central Dispatch, help us out. Help the dealer. Help me help you. Show me the money. And just say it's Copart. Just list it as Copart or IAA. Could be a little button. Could be a flashy button. It could be a flashing button that says get your money and your ELD at Copart. I don't know, man. All right, dudes. That is enough. I think I'm tired. And also, what's cool is when Run Buggy did the email notification, it also comes through on your app, which is cool. So, yes, check out Run Buggy. We talked to Mark at Run Buggy last show. That was episode 8. That was November 21st. And this show is about to be history. So, as always, what I do when I'm finishing up a show, and by the way, I want to say this is that you are looking at, I got a screenshot. I'm going to start trying to do this. Lyndon Kassabaum. This is Lyndon Kassabaum's trailer, and I saw this on Facebook, and every episode I'm going to throw up the picture. I'm not going to throw up. I'm going to put up a picture of a car hauler that looks like a pretty good load. As a dispatcher, if I booked that van and that long bed, that is a long bed, right? I mean, that is a long truck. I would think we're making money. I'm pretty sure we're making money. We just got to make sure we're not overweight. Man, that is one hanging off van there, but I don't see a flag either, but hey, man, I don't work for the DOT. I'm a dispatcher. That's an impressive load. So, Lyndon Kassabaum, if I had any merchandise, one day I'm going to have T-shirts. I'm going to have T-shirts. We are going to do that. So, again, I need you to, if you do Amazon shopping, and then I'm done. Really. This is crazy, Jay. It's time to take an ELD break, buddy. Is that if you do any Amazon shopping this holiday, please go to autotransportintel.com and just click on my blog. And when you're in my blog, there's these Amazon ads. Just click on any Amazon ad and then do your shopping as you normally would. And then, you're clicking through and then you're doing your shopping. And anything you buy, I think I get a portion of a commission of a percentage. So, thanks for doing that, for supporting this channel. I appreciate you tuning in. I like every like I get, every comment. I will reply. And now it's time for Heavy Truck Driving Simulator. Okay, let's bring this up. Yeah. So this is, now you know what to do on your ELD break, right? Are you playing video games? Dude, I'm on my ELD break. Go easy, dude. Alright, load barrels into containers, deliver it to the petroleum refinery. I'm assuming you can see that. Let's do that. Oh yeah, and I can do, let's do that. Alright, this is me playing. Alright, here we go. Okay. Foot on the gas. Oh, it's a good thing I'm a dispatcher. That's a hook, man. Heavy Truck Driving Simulator. I recommend it. I love this game. That's not good. The backing up part never seems to work right. I think this is where they say user error. it seems like no matter which way I try to reverse... Oh, great. That's not good. Oh, man. Alright, well, can we do it in reverse? Oh, man. Alright. I had to get the green bar. Now I gotta turn around. Yeah, gun it, baby. Okay, wait, let's go further back. Dang. There we go, there we go. Oh. Oh. Oh, man. I'm gonna run out of time. Oh, man, my ELD's going crazy. There we go. Come on. Oh, dang it. I'm going to blame my dispatcher for this snafu. Oh. Man, I'm on the fence. That sucks. Alright. Restart. Dang it. Holy cow. There we go, there we go. Keep going. Dang it. That is it. That turn sucks. Okay. It's a good thing I'm not a driver. Alright, guys. Well, I'm screwed. Alright, guys. Well, this has been a great show. I appreciate you tuning in. Tell your car hauling buddies that auto transport intel is I don't know. You know, it's at least a show. No, that's right, Dave. Man, my insurance is through the roof. Hey, what's up, Rithy Mac? Thanks for joining the show. Yep. You guys take care, man. I really appreciate every one of you spending time with me on a Tuesday night. I made it Tuesday nights because I was hoping there just isn't much else going on. There's no big football game happening, and it's not Happy Hump Day, and it's not Friday Night Craziness, and so I really appreciate it. So if you've got stuff you want me to talk about, send me an email to Auto Transport Intel. You can do that. Let's get out of here. You can do that. Send me an email. I'm really curious what you want me to talk about. You know, if you've got a topic, if you've got a question, if you think there's something I should look into, if there's a video that you've seen lately that either I've done or somebody else has done that just there's still something left to talk about, find out about, I'm curious about that too. If there's other YouTube channels I should check out, whatever it is, please send me an email. Let me know, because this is everything auto transport, technology, interviews, companies, and information and education. And this ELD ride that we're about to start is gotta be one of the most interesting things I've heard of all year, really. Everything else is just business as usual, but not ELD. This is going to be a game changer. So we're in it together. We get to spend this time together before we all turn into robots. And I think that's pretty cool. So I'll see you next Tuesday night. Ooh, Dispatching Connections. MEVO. Awesome. Or MEV072 Dispatching Connections. Send me an email, please. continue this conversation that we're having. And eventually, oh, I was going to call Serge the car hauler. Dang. Wonder if I have his number. Let's do it. Let's see if we can get him on the phone. And then we'll finish this show. That'll be Serge. What? 612. Oh no! I don't have his full phone number.
The number you have dialed has not.
Oh no! No, he's missing a digit in the number he gave me. Well, shoot. How funny is that? 612-859-948. Huh. All right. Well, maybe next show. Maybe I'll hopefully we can get around to calling Serge. That'd be cool. So, again, send me an email. And, yeah, let's talk next week. MEV072, Dispatch and Connections. Okay, let's talk. I liked doing the live interviews last week, but I didn't know if y'all had trouble hearing. So I'm working on, getting a better audio setup. There's so many things to work on. So anyways, take care. Thank you so much for tuning in. And let's hit the car hauler. Let's go ahead and what do we do here? I got the, I'm working on, it's tough doing it all, but let's see. Let's hit the button there. Oh, no, that's the same thing. So let's go to the home screen. Hang on. Bear with me. I'm trying to do an outro. That's not happening. I got like some kind of goofy, like Candy Crush music. So, all right, let's talk about that next week. Here's the car hauler. I'll see you guys next Tuesday, 8 o'clock. Thank you so much for tuning in. I appreciate it. Here's the car hauler.